All right, team R176. So here you have 2 circuits, 3 exercises at the same time. Then you're going to get a break and you're going to have 2 more circuits, 3 exercises. And you will have to do 1 change in when you change from the first 2 circuits to the second 2 circuits. And that means you're going to take the bench from a flat to a decline. Now, each circuit has an active recovery in between, and this is resistance. And that's because you're doing such high body, or the exercises that you're doing really drive the heart rate up. So it gives them an opportunity to pull the heart rate down so they can go heavy on the next exercise. There's 3 rounds on each exercise. You're not staying on the same exercise for more than 1 round in a row. So you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 3. And again, you have a switch, you have a change that you have to make in the benches. So you got to take it from a flat to a decline. So just don't forget that. That's probably the most important thing to remember. Their team is R176. To be the dumbbell overhead shoulder press. So on this one, make sure that you have the benches in their full upright position. They don't go any higher. You don't want them straight up and down. I wouldn't say full upright position. You don't want them perfectly straight up and down. You want to have a slight angle. So it's going to be the second notch to the end. So you have just a slight angle, takes some of the pressure off of, puts you in a less of an impingement problem, so for shoulder injuries. So on this particular exercise, again, you're going to be doing both of them. When you pick up with your legs. Now, how you're going to get into this exercise, most people, it's not going to be a big deal. They just lift the weights up. For those that are going a little bit heavier than what they might be able to handle by just picking up, all you do is just set it on the legs. You bring the leg up, put the dumbbell in position, bring the other leg up, put the other dumbbell in position, and then you just press. Now, you can come in an open grip position and then go to the neutral grip. So come down and then twist. Okay, you don't have to. You can certainly come this direction here, but this gives most of your, this is going to work this is going to work more of your stabilizing muscles. When you're done, you come down in a neutral grip position. Bring one leg up, drop, and don't drop it on that leg. Bring the leg up, gently touch, and then down. Then from here, you just stand up and then back down. Okay? Also, have a slight incline. So on the first notch, you want to have that seat on that first notch so they don't slide out too easily. Bosu sit-outs. So we've done sit-outs before, but now we're going to be on the Bosu. You're going to be in the plank position. You're going to take one leg and kick it out. Then you're going to come back in and kick it out the other direction. Ideally, you want to try to get that leg straight when it comes out because that's going to give you an active stretch in the hamstrings. Now, the nice thing about doing the Bosu sit-outs is that's even more core involved and balance. And you're getting really working those obliques. Next is going to be the landmine row. Landmine row. You're going to be in the squatted position. You are going to keep your head up. You're going to look about 4 or 5 feet in front of you. Notice my shoulders are down. Now, they're not up here. They're down here. And I retract. I just pull back. All I'm doing is moving my arms. I am not, what you see a lot of people do, is this. Or, even better, just doing this number where they're kind of doing shrugs. It is there in a squatted position. You're bent over, and you're squeezing that lat muscle, keeping those shoulders drawn back. And again, if that's too much for somebody, you can have them do the bent over rows with the dumbbells, or if that's too hard on their back, they can do the supported and they can switch. So then we've got the bird dog. Bird dog, what we're doing here, and you'll keep everybody on their knees. Some of your more advanced people that want to do the bird dog this direction or on their toes, hands and toes, that's fine. But I would demonstrate it on their knees because what we're trying to do is establish stability, get that core activated, and start working the back muscles. And again, it's also correcting our posture because we want to look up and we're tightening up these muscles up here, pulling that head back. So don't let them put their head down. You want that head up. They want to look forward and really start engaging those back muscles so that when we do squats or anything like that, those muscles are already engaged. Equalizer row. So you get several options here. First, you got to get into it. So best way is just to bend down, grab it on either side. Then feet are going to be at the bar. So your heels are going to be at the bar. And the reason is so you can use your legs to help assist you up. And very little of your legs are going to be used in the weight. However, for some very beginner people, that might be a bit much. So they may have to do double bent over row. So option 1, heels against there. Option 2, or not option 2, but as you get more and more advanced, the feet come out further and further. Hardest version is going to be the legs pretty much locked all the way up, all the way down. If you need more, you can always add weight to that. So some of your more advanced people may need to actually add weight to that because this may be just a little bit too easy for them. And there is the equalizer row. You're going to straighten those arms out, slight bend in that arm, just like a normal dumbbell pullover. However, now we're on a decline. Full range of motion, all the way down, and then back up, eye level. What this does, it keeps more engagement on your lats. So you have a better range of motion, and you're utilizing the weight better because you're in a decline position. So it keeps more constant tension on those lats. When you're done, chest, leg, roll yourself out. The slow Bosu, right? Yeah. Yep. All right, team. So, slow Bosu mountain climbers. Just like doing mountain climbers, but these are going to be wide. Bring the knee up. You want to try to get that knee as high as you can. Get it up towards the ear. That's really going to engage the obliques. This is an active recovery, but we're still working our core quite a bit when we do this one. Again, it's almost like you're bringing that knee as high up and as far forward as you possibly can to really, really engage those obliques. Side. Anytime I'm picking weight up, I'm always engaging my core to protect my lower back. I squeeze that, or draw the belly in, I come up. Now here, you're having both hands on, but what you're going to do is you're going to come up and you're going to switch side to side. So you're going to have one of the elbows, the elbow that's not pressing is going to come up, and that doesn't allow you to utilize that elbow. Otherwise, if they come down, you're going to be pushing. This is what ends up happening is you have people using both arms. You want to have side to side. The reason that we want to do that is because both arms, a lot more strength, a lot more load on that landmine, a lot more risk for lower back. That's why we're doing the single arm back and forth, because that reduces the risk of injury because they won't be able to lift nearly as heavy with that. All right, team, the single arm rubber band front raise and hold. So anytime you see an and hold, that means you're holding one arm. So you either do a staggered stance or you can do a shoulder width stance, but you're going to keep the knees bent to protect the lower back, engage that core. I prefer staggered stance. So both arms are going to come up about shoulder level. Then one, you're going to actually go down and up. Notice I'm coming only to here. That keeps the tension on the entire time. This one's holding it. This one comes to at least in front of your legs. Don't do this because now you're relaxing. If you want to really challenge yourself, it's going to be only right in front of those legs. When you're done, let them back. R160 seated pull-up. So the R160 seated pull-up is you're going to be in the seated position. It's not a row, so you're not coming back like this. You're going to be in the seated position and you're going to sit straight down and pull straight up. Now, you have several different options with the handles. One, you can grab them from right here. Two, slide the handles up and you grab it from the cloth part. And three, you can put your hands in, pull through, grab around. This is going to put the pressure on the wrist. If you've got weak wrist, this is not a good option for you. However, if you have weak forearms or your forearms bother, this is a better option because it takes less work off the forearms. So in this position, option one is actually to do a row. So you can simply do a row where you're standing up. That's going to be for the new people. Once they get past that, then they can do a squatted, or they're going to be in the seated position. They're coming straight up, straight down. Elbows come to the side. They're not out wide. We're not doing this one here. That would be a wide seated row. This is a narrow seated row. Again, hips come straight down, I'm coming straight down and straight up. Now, to make this a little bit harder, I cross my legs, and the wider my knees are, the harder this is going to be because I don't have the ability to assist myself nearly as much. That's going to be the option, one of the more advanced options. Then from there, you can simply help assist on the way up, and then grab yourself down, or you can help assist yourself with your feet and take them completely off. From there, you can always go to just a pull-up, where you just do a pull-up from the TRX rack. So those are all the different options you have for the RIP 60 seated. That means you come straight down. It's not tilted back. You're not doing a row. Seated, pull up straight down, narrow grip.